Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Clara Z and I do videos on luxury handbags and fashion items. So today I'm here to talk to you about my latest handbag purchase, which is the Loewe puzzle bag in the size small in the pastel pink color. So the measurements of this bag are about 9.5 inches along here, 6 inches height and 4 inches wide. I'm going to give you an overview of this bag in terms of the overall appearance of the bag. I'm going to talk about what fits, and I'm going to give you finally some impressions of my first impressions of the bag after using it for about 2 weekends. And so if you're interested to learn more, please feel free to listen on. So just to show you, this is in calfskin. And hence so far it's been pretty robust. There is no color transfer, no scratches. This is the front of the bag, so because it is called the puzzle, you can see that it looks a bit like the jigsaw puzzle. This is the side of the bag. Again, that design carries on. And then at the back of the bag, you'll see that there is a zippered pocket here. So you probably cannot put your phone in here. However, what I do put in here is my Metro card. This is the octopus card, and you can slip that there in the back. The zipper zips fairly easy, super smooth. This is the other side, and the bottom of the bag does not have feet, but you can see that there. And the top of the bag, it has this flap which opens up and it also has like a zipper, as you can see here, and it has 2 leather tags. It has like a top handle here so that you can carry it as a top handle bag. Definitely you can carry it on the crook of your arm like this. It would be a stretch to put this over your shoulder, but having said that, it really has also this nice leather strap which is attached using this clasp here. It is removable, as you can see here. This clasp is removable, so you can remove the shoulder strap if you so please. And the nice thing about this strap is that it is adjustable. So depending on your height, you really shouldn't have too many problems. I have it here on the second longest setting. I am about 163 centimeters or 5'4", and it fits me fine either as a shoulder bag or as a crossbody bag. So this is what the bag looks like on the outside. So I would say this bag is actually quite lightweight, and then the inside of the bag is actually more of a canvas material, if you can see there. So it says Loewe, and this bag is made in Spain. So the interior is a cloth lining, and it has one slip pocket here at the back, and the other side also has another slip pocket along here. And then you can see that the top of the flap looks like this. So I'll just zip it up here, and it has the embossed logo, the Loewe logo, right here. So if you don't know this label or this bag, you would not know this is a Loewe. It is very subtle, and hence on days whereby you want to use a nice bag but you don't want it to have logo all over it, this is actually quite a good option. And this comes in several colors. Some of them, they come in a plain color. I think the most iconic color is the tan color, and several YouTubers have actually unboxed and talked about that. And they also have ones that are multicolored as a part of the puzzle design. I personally really liked this pink color. I don't know how it's showing up on video. However, I did put this color up against several several different colors, and I did find that because it is a very soft pink, it does go with a lot of other colors and most of my wardrobe. Even for the winter, I think I could use this, although I know pink is generally a summer color. And actually, as some of you may have been following me, I actually really like the color pink. And so I really wanted to give this bag a try. So some things I want you to notice about the exterior is that this is a very well-made bag. It doesn't feel flimsy in any way. The leather feels pretty robust. Some really nice detailing I like about this bag is that obviously you can remove the strap, it's adjustable, it has the hand carry, but if you really look at the hinge here, where they attach the top handle and the shoulder bag, this little hook here, it's not straight. You may or may not be able to tell, but this is actually at an angle, and I really like that they have attention to detail. And the reason why this is at an angle is that when you pick up your bag and you hold it by the shoulder straps, your bag will not kind of flop forward. I don't know if you've had any experiences whereby the bag just doesn't sit properly on here, and so it tends to flip forward or backwards, but I have no problems at all. As soon as I pick up the bag, because this is at a really good angle, it's a bit slanted, so it falls perfectly, which is really good attention to detail. Something you might also want to note is that in the older style of the bags, about a year ago, they used to have feet. This is a little disappointing that the new models no longer have feet, but they used to have feet. The new models, they don't have feet, and the excuse was that they took away the feet so that the bag could be lighter. Honestly, this is already a really light bag, and actually, if you ask me, I would have preferred if they kept the feet. Another difference to the bag, different from the older versions, is the strap. So this strap is more narrow. The original strap actually had a piece, I believe, along the center here, and it was a bit wider so that when you carried it, it was a little bit more comfortable to carry because of the wider strap. So I kind of wish they kept that detail, but that's something to notice. Another difference is that older models I know used to have a D-ring, I don't know, somewhere along the bottom here, so that you could attach the strap horizontally so that you could almost carry it, as some vloggers have suggested, a bit like a backpack. So that gave it an extra way to carry it, so that you could carry it not only on your shoulder or as crossbody, but use the strap almost like a backpack. So these are a few of the little details I wish they had kept, because actually the price of this bag has gone up, but they took away a lot of these little details that I feel would have made this bag quite perfect. Having said that, I know that they kept a lot of these features on the medium bag, so if you prefer those features, you could try to check out the medium bag. But for me, I felt that because I'm 163 centimeters, I didn't feel that the larger bag looked as good on me, although I have seen girls similar to my height or shorter be able to carry it off, and it looked fine on them. So this is just some comments about the exterior and some of the changes that have changed over the past year. So just in case you see this bag and you're wondering why do some have feet, why don't, and why does this shoulder strap look more narrow, then that's the reason why. However, if you like those features, I know you could definitely buy this bag probably at a pretty good price on the secondhand market. So this is something to be aware of. Alright, so now that I've talked a bit about the exterior, let's go in to kind of see what fits. So I have just come home from dinner and I've spent a day out with this bag. So I'm just going to open it as is, and you'll be able to see what I put into my bag and the contents of this bag. So I'm gonna open my bag, and one thing I have to say, which another vlogger that did a review on this bag has talked about a lot, is the zipper is super smooth. So you know, some bags you're kind of like struggling to get it open. This is super smooth and it's just fantastic. It's just kind of like one hand you can do it. Super smooth. Alright, so I'm gonna open up my bag, and this bag is actually quite roomy, and it's attributed to it having a wider base. So if I open my bag, I have a pair of Chanel sunglasses in here. These are from the recent 19A or B season. This is what they look like on me. Yeah, and it's got the little Chanel quilts. So something very interesting about these sunglasses is that even in darker areas or daylight, they don't look too dark. But anyways, those are the sunglasses. I put them in the sunglass case and it fits no problem in this bag. So next up, I have my Chanel O case. Some of you may have seen this also from this year. It's in a denim fabric with the gold glitter on top. So I use this pouch almost like a wallet. I put my cards, my cash, and a lot of receipts inside because I work in a job where I have to keep a lot of receipts. So this is really helpful so that my bag doesn't become super bulky. And you know, some of the smaller wallets, they just don't close, and it's just easier to have everything in here. So this is my Chanel O case. I also have a little coin case. It's just a really inexpensive Hello Kitty PVC coin case. It's part of their 45th anniversary collection. Anyways, it's really cute. I just like to keep my coins separately because, as you know, sometimes the coins are dirty and they just kind of roll all over the place, and I just don't want to be fumbling for coins if I'm looking for coins. I don't use a lot of coins anymore, but anyways, I keep my coins and I keep my key in here only because I don't use a lot of keys. My main key is for my house, so I just leave it in there with that. What else have I got in here? I have a pack of tissues, and I have my iPods. If some of you have seen me do what's in my bag, you have probably definitely seen these. And if you don't have a pair of AirPods, I would say they are actually very revolutionary. If you use an iPhone, I highly recommend them. I know the sound is not perfect, but the way that they're just so easy to use and it's just so automatic and convenient outweighs kind of like the poor sound quality. Anyways, let's move on. I have a hand sanitizer in here, some eye drops, and then I have a lip gloss. This is the Nivea Bright Up Cherry Red lip gloss. I bought this when I was in Tokyo, but I think there are a lot of places that you can get this lip gloss. What I really like about it is that it is quite moisturizing and it has a bit of a color, so it's just kind of good for dry lips. I apologize about the focus. It's really starting to annoy me, this focus on this camera. I'm gonna probably change it up soon because the focus can never autofocus really quickly. It's a Canon G7X Mark I think it's a Mark II, but anyways, I don't recommend this camera because the focus is really bad. And I am wearing a Tom Ford lipstick, so this is the Tom Ford Forbidden Pink number 20, sorry, is it 22 or 32? Anyway, it's a Forbidden Pink color. I apologize. I'm starting to get farsightedness, or like, you know, the nearsighted, whichever one it is. But anyways, this is the lipstick I am wearing today. Yep, and let's see what else is in here. I have a hair tie. I live in Asia. It's always really hot, so I always need to make sure I have a hair tie in case I need to tie up my hair. And then I also have the clip kind of bag hanger, and this is really great because it just keeps your bag off the floor and you can hang it anywhere you like. Now, something else I haven't shown you yet is that on the day that I bought this bag, this strap, it's okay, but it's a little skinny. I generally like to use like thicker bag straps just because they're just more comfortable. So on the day that I bought this bag, I also bought this bag strap. This is also from Loewe. And so I'm just going to strap this on so you can kind of see what it looks like. Here. So yeah, this is what it looks like with the wider Loewe strap. It hits me around my hip right here, and I can crossbody it like that, like so. And because it's got a lot of the red and pink going for it, I can use it for some of my other bags, like my Chanel Coco handle, or any other bag that has a removable strap. So yeah, so this is basically what fits. And yeah, I also threw in the strap just to show you the enhancement I made to the bag. And I'm going to talk a bit about the strap when I talk about my first impressions. So let's go on to first impressions. So let's first talk about the pros of this bag, and I would say the pros are quite a lot. I think the pros are that I feel the leather is very robust. I wouldn't say as robust as, say, like a Chanel Caviar type of robust. It is a smooth calfskin, but it's not easily scratched. So I took this bag with me to Singapore over the weekend, and I met Cat Owl, the vlogger in Singapore. She is really fantastic. If you haven't gone to her channel yet, you should definitely go check out her channel. She also does kind of fashion, makeup, lifestyle, bags, everything, and she's absolutely wonderful. So I took this with me to Singapore, and I used it throughout the airport on my trip for work, and I don't see any scratches. I don't see any scratches at all. But having said that, I haven't used this bag for too long yet. The structure is still really good. I don't feel that it's a bag that easily scratches, and so exterior wise, and the leather is very smooth and also very pliable, but it's not kind of like the kind of cheap quality type of leather where you feel like it's really flimsy. It has somewhat of a structure. What I'd have to say is that I also have a Loewe messenger bag that I bought maybe 10 or 12 years ago. It's like a very large black messenger bag. I put it away and I recently took it out again, and the leather still looks really good. I wouldn't say it looks brand new, but it still looks pretty good, very good condition. So I have the confidence that this leather will wear fine, and I don't have any concerns about that. So in terms of wear and tear on the exterior, I haven't seen any issues. The zippers are still working fine. So I would say that I have no issues at all with the leather. Something to note is that over time, or if you stuff the bag with more items, the bag does have a small sag here. I've emptied my bag, but like basically as you use this bag, it will have this small sag, and I personally like that sag. I think it makes the bag very special, and it looks worn, and I think it's the style. I think it makes it special. If it bothers you that this bag will have a slight sag like this, then don't get this bag, because especially the medium size, it will sag over time, and I actually prefer it to have this little kind of a sag because it just, I think it looks more interesting than it just looking like boxy. I mean, it's still a nice bag, boxy. I call it my little piece of tofu, but you know, I like it with a nice little sag. So the little sag kind of reminds me a bit of the Lindy, and even Kat in Singapore mentioned that. She said to me, it looks like the Lindy. It, you know, she says when you fill up the Lindy, it looks like this. And so I said, oh, actually, thank you, because I was thinking about getting that bag, and now I maybe actually save some money. I know Loewe is not Hermes, Hermes is not Loewe. It's like two different level of bags, but if I'm going for this type of look, actually it is very similar. It's probably not the same. I know it's not the same, but you know, I realize I really quite like this structure. So in terms of the leather, those are my thoughts. In terms of carrying it on the crook of the arm or as a handle bag, I have no issues. It's not giving me any pain at all. The straps are adjustable, they are comfortable, they don't give me any pain at all. And what I really love, oh my goodness, is the zipper. It is so smooth. It is so smooth, the zipper. And the first time I really heard like a really great review on this was like Hack Me. She's a Hong Kong vlogger. She speaks Cantonese, so if you can understand Cantonese, you can go listen to her videos. She highly recommended this bag based on the zipper alone. I was like, okay, interesting. But yes, I agree, the zipper is very good. This bag is very lightweight. I like that it's very lightweight. I think that as women, we already have a lot of burdens and we have too much to carry around. A lot of us are hunched like this, and you know, a lot of us have shoulder, neck, and back pain. We don't need so much extra weight, right? So it's really good that this is lightweight. And I think what I really appreciate the most about this bag also is the roominess. So when you open this up, you know, you can put a lot in here. So when I went to Singapore, on top of what you saw in my bag already, I had my passport holder, an extra wallet, and then I also had some snacks in here for the plane. I had some extra pens and other miscellaneous items for the plane, and they fit no problem. And it's because the base is wide, and hence you can put a lot more in here. I mean, I love mini bags, but there are days you're like, I actually want to take a little bit more, and this really is able to fit a little bit more. Of course, if you want to carry much more, then I would recommend going with the medium. So another point that I like about this bag is that the logo is very subtle. So again, if you didn't recognize this brand, you didn't know this brand, you wouldn't know this is a Loewe bag, and it's really subtle. The logo's very subtle. So I really appreciate that about this bag. So those are, I would say, the key things I like about this bag, along with the fact that I really think that whoever designed this bag put a lot of thought into this, to say that, okay, I want something trendy, but I want it to be practical. Now obviously they have taken out a lot of the little kind of extras like the feet, the strap, that made the bag even better, but I feel that they did have in mind, how can we make this bag practical for a woman, and not just say, oh, let's just make a very cool bag, but it might not be too practical. And as much as I love beautiful fashion and handbags, I do prefer that they are made practically so that I can use them comfortably and use them happily. So yeah, those are just some of my thoughts on some of the pros of the bag. So let's move on to what I think are possibly some cons of the bag. So I think I already touched on this before. They took off the feet, they took off the D-ring, and the strap is not as wide as it used to be. Something else I think I should comment on the strap is that if you are shopping for this bag, I would pay attention to this little ring here that kind of keeps it together. I have seen a few where this just kind of falls off and your strap could end up doing this. So I would check that. Obviously the store where I shopped at, the boutique, was really generous, and they said to me that if this little ring gets really loose, they would be willing to cut it and sew it so that it's actually tighter. But because of that same reason, I actually decided to get the wider strap, which I showed you earlier, and I just feel like it's more comfortable with the wider strap. I can shoulder or crossbody it. It doesn't hit as low, but I like to have that option, not only to make it look like a different bag, but also I feel that I would have preferred actually a wider strap, because not only is it more comfortable, I feel that it gives the bag a slightly more fashionable look, my personal opinion. So that is one of the cons. Again, if you, as I mentioned, if you don't like it that this kind of dips over time, then this bag is not for you. I actually like it, so that could be a potential con. Another thing that I have noticed is that when you're opening the bag, it is a bit fussy. Like if you want to see the full contents of your bag, you do need to pry it open a little more. It's not difficult to do, but you do have to just kind of pry it open a little bit more if you want to see the full contents. You should be able to reach like most of your contents like this, no problem. However, if you really want to see the full contents, you do have to open it a bit like this, but it doesn't bother me. I mean, compared to the Gabrielle bag that some of you know I have, it's actually this opening is actually even easier because the leather is so soft, so it's really easy to open, so that's not a problem. Something else to note is that when there is a bit of a sag on the bag when you are carrying the bag, sometimes this back pocket is slightly a little harder to open. The zipper is fine, it's very smooth, but because of this crease, you can see that it's not as straightforward to open and close just because this has got a bit of a sag. It doesn't really bother me, but that is something to notice. So far these are some of the small cons that I see for this bag, but otherwise I think this bag is really great. I don't know whether these ends, they will start to curl after some time. I don't know. I haven't had this bag for long enough. There is some glazing along the edge here, so I don't know how that will wear over time. It's also along the handle. So far it's been fine, and as I have mentioned, I don't see any color transfer. Having said that, I am careful that when I am using light colored bags, I tend to wear lighter colors, and I do make sure that I am wearing it, if with darker clothes, that it's with clothes that I have washed and worn many times. So do I recommend this bag? I do highly recommend this bag. I think it's great. It's very versatile, it's very practical, it's very light, it's very low-key and very easy to use, and is able to put a lot of items in this bag. So I personally do recommend this bag, and if you are looking for this bag, you can either buy it straight from the boutique, which is what I did, but I would also highly recommend looking online, because there are also a lot of good deals for this bag online, and from time to time you can get it on sale from certain websites. If you do look regularly on them, you can sometimes find them on sale. And also, as I mentioned, if you do prefer to get this bag with the better detailing on the bag through an older model, you can look secondhand on secondhand websites. So I hope this review or first impressions, I know it's a bit long, I apologize for that, was useful for you if you are interested in this bag. What I'll do is I will insert some photos of me using this bag at the end of this video. If you have liked this video, I would like to please ask you to please like and subscribe below, and if you have any other questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. So thank you very much for watching again, and I hope you have a fabulous day, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye now!